to announce our next big move, biggest move we've ever made for Revival Today. Behind me is a building that will look nothing like it looks right now when we finish. We're on just under 5 acres of property that we've just finished purchasing, which is going to give us the ability to have a state-of-the-art studio. And in that studio, something I've wanted to have for a long time, which is a live studio audience. It's going to be a 500-seat building when we finish with it that'll give us the ability to touch the world with our broadcast. This facility is going to give me the ability to do what I've really missed, which is having you in the audience to minister to personally. Obviously, you can't beat the reach of digital media. We touch the whole world every day, but we have the ability now with this to lay hands on people, pray for people that are sick, a place where you can bring people that are drug addicted, demonized, and really give them the ministry that you can't get on YouTube and Facebook. I can't wait. And then beyond that, we're going to announce the launch of Revival Today Church. We're going to hold Holy Ghost church services every Sunday morning. I'll be there most Sunday mornings. This isn't going to be like some little side project. We're going to give you and your family a place you can go that's a soul-winning church that values the presence of God, where you can get prayed for and ministered to, where there's not a critical race theory lecture or a mask and social distancing 10 minutes of no talking to anybody in the lobby. None of that. We're going to have a place where you're free and where you're free to experience the presence of God.
I'm incredibly excited because I know a lot of you have been asking about different meetings and events that we couldn't have during COVID, and trust me, we tried so hard. So this really frees us up to do everything that we want to do with healing meetings and women's conferences. So I am so looking forward to seeing you and having you be a part of this.
So I want to give you a twofold call to action. Number one, if your church turned in to a liberal nightmare in 2020 and you need a place to go, I would be happy to have you at our church. Number two, if you are a partner or a friend of our ministry, Revival Today, this is the biggest move by far we've ever made. By the time we finish remodeling that building, the acquiring of the property, you're looking at a couple of M's. So if you would stand with us now, I'll say thank you ahead of time. Pray and ask the Holy Ghost what He would have you to do. You've been so generous, and I thank you ahead of time for your extreme generosity. I know I speak on behalf of my wife, everybody here at Revival Today, when I say we love you very much. And now I can say I look forward to seeing you face to face here at the new home of Revival Today.
Hey. Good morning, everybody. Markets are open. Are they? Yeah. Cash everywhere if you have puts on the market. Look at that, my app just crashed. Can't even see. Everybody's trading so furiously. Can't even see what the market's doing. There we go. 200 down on the Dow, 24 down on the S&P 500, and 75 on the Nasdaq, about 0.5% on all indices. Good morning, everybody. Michael Frost, welcome. D&D Investments. Naveed Khan, how's everybody doing? Michael Copa from Montreal, welcome, welcome. And it looks like, still 0.5% on all indices. Toys R Us is making a comeback. Oh, that's right. You texted me about that yesterday, Michael. I'm gonna have to look into it. I didn't yet have time to look into it. But let me make a note. Sorry about that. I should have got back to you. XLM or XRP? I would say XRP. I actually saw an article come out today. I wasn't able to get it in because for some reason it wasn't loading. But it said that there's some sort of investigation. The government watchdog investigates conflicts of interest involving the SEC and Ripple. So I think that once that lawsuit is all buttoned up, I think we're gonna see it go up. I think I prefer XRP over XLM. Yeah, government watchdog investigates conflict of interest involving SEC officials, crypto, XRP, and Ripple lawsuit. So it looks like there might have been some whistleblowers and stuff. Because I didn't think that lawsuit was necessary. And why only target XRP? Good morning, Ninja Buddha. I'm going to send it to you. Let me send it to you real quick so you can put it in. It's really slow loading for some reason. But yeah, that's why I would pick XRP. Good morning, Janet, Angela. How's everyone doing? Make sure you share the broadcast with everyone. And let's get into it. We had some jobless claims numbers come out. Morning, Charles and Sandra. Welcome, welcome. Jobless claims reach fresh pandemic era low of 348,000. Let's see, I almost said dollars there. Let's see the article.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Initial unemployment claims fell further last week to the lowest level since March 20, bringing the level of weekly new filings closer to pre-virus levels. The Labor Department released its weekly jobless claims report on Thursday at 8:30 a.m. Here were the main metrics from the print compared to consensus estimate compiled by Bloomberg. Initial unemployment claims, week ended August 14th, 348,000 versus 364,000 expected, and a revised 377,000 during the prior week. Continuing claims, week ended August 7th, 2.82 million versus 2.8 million expected, and a revised 2.899 during the prior week. New weekly jobless claims posted a fourth straight weekly decline, coming in yet again below the psychologically important. I don't know who it's psychologically important for. But even they need to move the goalpost down to 300,000 level now for psychologically important. But even with the drop, new weekly claims are still elevated compared to the period before the pandemic, with claims averaging just over 200,000 per week throughout 2019. Amid no shortage of quickly changing cross-currents in the U.S. economy and beyond, one reliable constant has been continued improvement or stability in new claims for unemployment benefits, which are a proxy for layoffs. The major issue for employers hasn't been an urgent need to shed workers, rather many have struggled to attract, find, hire, and retain the workers they want. Good morning, Christophorus. So there you have it. Good news. Markets are down, but that's because of the Fed. For some reason, everybody's freaking out. Because the Fed is removing stimulus. Oh no. Dogecoin trading spikes on Robinhood in Q2. Let's see it. Robinhood's latest quarter was all about crypto, especially Dogecoin. The investment app reported more than half of its total transaction-based revenue came from crypto trading, which totaled $233 million compared to just $5 million for the same quarter last year. Dogecoin made up 62% of all crypto trading volume compared to 34% in the first quarter. That was one of the best moves Robinhood probably ever made, was getting Dogecoin on their platform. The company said it's working on new crypto features and adding more coins. Shareholders were able to submit questions ahead of yesterday's earnings call. One of them asked whether Robinhood would soon offer a crypto wallet. It's something that our teams are working on, answered CEO Vladimir Tenev. He added that it's tricky to develop crypto wallets at scale, though it's a key priority. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. No, iced is good. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Becca. Morning, Patrick, Sandra, gorgeous whales from Cincinnati, Ohio. I haven't seen as many, that many help wanted signs either, ever since I've lived in the US. Everybody's hiring. It's crazy. Let's continue. Over time, as our various products achieve maturity, you should see continued diversification and less reliance on any one revenue stream, such as payment for order flow. Wow, that makes sense, Sandra, because our garbage always gets picked up on Wednesdays, and they've been picking it up on on Thursdays, Fridays. It sits out for 2 days, but that makes sense. I never even thought of that they don't have enough workers to pick up the garbage. That makes sense. Wow. Because I was about to call, the whatever Waste Management Republic Services, whatever we have, and ream them out because nobody's picking up the garbage and it's just sitting outside. Wow. And now it makes sense. I didn't even think to check the website. I should have. Instead of just getting angry because they didn't come pick up our trash. We are already seeing promising signs of this in Q2 with payment for order flow for equities and options as a percentage of our revenue, declining to 38% from 68% in the prior quarter. What's up, Ram? How you doing? Good, good. Wall Street has been paying close attention to any regulation from Washington on the practice. Hood recently rallied following a headline that Congress would shelve a ban of PFOF. That's when brokerages funnel users' trades to market makers, which pay a fee to execute them. So, Robinhood doing good because of crypto. Next. Good morning, Bob from St. Louis. Amazon. Look at this. Amazon plans to open large retail locations akin to department stores. Online shopping pioneer wants a larger retail presence to sell clothing and household items and facilitate exchanges. I wonder what an Amazon store would look like at midnight or 2 a.m. in the morning. That would be very interesting. See the article? Looks like they're going after Walmart now. Amazon plans to open several large physical retail locations in the US that will operate akin to department stores, a step to help the tech company extend its reach in sales of clothing, household items, electronics, and other areas. People familiar with the matter said. The plan to launch large stores will mark a new expansion for the online shopping pioneer into bricks and mortar retail, an area Amazon has long disrupted. Some of the first Amazon department stores are expected to be located in Ohio and California. The new retail spaces will be around 30,000 square feet, smaller than most department stores, which typically occupy about 100,000 square feet, and will offer items from top consumer brands. The Amazon stores will dwarf many of the company's other physical retail spaces and will have a footprint similar to scaled-down formats that Bloomingdale's, Nordstrom, and other department store chains have begun opening. Continue? Yeah, Amazon store bathrooms will be bottles. Oh man. It's unclear what brands Amazon will offer in the stores, although the company's private label goods are expected to feature prominently. The People said Amazon sells scores of products including clothes, furniture, batteries, and electronic devices through many of its own labels. The plans aren't yet final and could change. Amazon plans represent an evolution in the company's effort to move into brick-and-mortar retail after years of taking market share from big box operators, moves that helped push many into bankruptcy. The company's growth in online shopping helped accelerate the fall of mall operators and other once potent physical store empires. Amazon is now the largest seller of clothing in the US, surpassing Walmart. That's crazy, I didn't know they sold that many clothes. Founded in 1994 as an online bookseller, Amazon has gradually gained a foothold in physical retail through the opening of bookstores, grocery outlets, and they bought Whole Foods in 2017. Peeking. Continue. Amazon is pushing into an area that has struggled for decades. Department stores were once big, exciting places to shop, where consumers could find everything from toaster ovens to evening gowns under one roof. But they've lost out to discounters, fashion retailers, and online players. A generation ago, department stores comprised 10% of retail sales, excluding automobiles, gas, and restaurants, according to estimates by the firm Customer Growth Partners. So far this year, they account for less than 1%. Wow. Man. Analysts and industry executives aren't counting out department stores just yet. Chains including Macy's, which actually had good earnings come out, are expected to report strong sales Thursday as shoppers restock their closets after reducing clothing purchases last year. Continue. People are absolutely returning and shopping in department stores. John Idle, the chief executive of Michael Kors' parent Capri Holdings Limited, told analysts on a conference call last month, Amazon approached some U.S. apparel brands roughly 2 years ago with the idea of opening large-scale stores that would showcase their products, a person familiar with the matter said. So Amazon building brick-and-mortar stores and going after regular brick-and-mortar stores. Next. Tencent to work with Chinese regulators. So it's getting better and better over there in China. Tencent to work with Chinese regulators to limit minors' online game time. So it looks like the Chinese government is now your parent, and they will be telling you how long you're allowed to play online. So if you don't do your chores, they will just shut off the computer, Xbox, PlayStation, whatever you have. Let's see the article. Tencent Holdings pledged to work with Chinese regulators and industry counterparts to manage how minors use online games, and said its April to June electronic game revenue rose at its slowest pace since 2019. I wonder why. amid China's intensifying scrutiny of the tech sector. Tencent President Martin Lau said that regulators are focused on limiting the amount of time and money that minors devote to online games across all platforms, and that the company has been proactively addressing the issue. Looks like everybody's going back to collective farms at this point. Tencent, a dominant player in China's mobile game market, stands to benefit from such potential rules because consumers are likely to flock to its games with the limited amount of time they have. If we can actually find a way to regulate the total amount of time that is spent across different games, that would address the problem. It's crazy that these companies have to find solutions to these issues that the government is putting on them. From the practicality perspective, it's actually doable. Just shut off people's phones after they've played enough. Continue. Yeah, for real, that's a slippery slope they're going down here. China's largest tech corporations have faced months of tightening government regulations that have ignited a $1 trillion sell-off in Chinese equities. $1 trillion sell-off in Chinese equities, and curtailed other sectors including online education, ride-hailing, and e-commerce. Earlier this month, Tencent's major rival, Alibaba Group, reported quarterly revenue that missed estimates for the first time in more than 2 years. State media this month criticized online games as opium for the mind, triggering a sell-off in Tencent shares amid concerns that the company's popular games could be swept up into a broader regulatory crackdown. China wants to control that. I mean, that's like some serious control right there. My goodness. I will play Xbox as long as I want to. I'm not going to let anybody tell me when I need to get off. You kidding me? Next. Dow futures dropped 200 points, but we're now only down 85. Those were just the futures, but the actual is only down 85. Commodities retreat on concern about the Fed removing stimulus. No more free money. Let's see the article. Well, I guess it's not free money. Stock futures retreated sharply Thursday as concerns grew that the Federal Reserve could remove stimulus this year, slowing an economy hurt by the spread of the COVID Delta variant. So just a couple of days ago, everybody was saying, oh, we need to do this. And now that they're saying they're actually going to do it, it's crazy how the news just like flip-flops. Futures on the Dow Jones Industrial Average dropped about 295 points. The Dow tanked 380 points on Wednesday for its worst performance in a month as meeting minutes from the Fed's gathering in July showed the central bank has started eyeing tapering its $120 billion in monthly bond purchases before the year end. The minutes reflect a Fed that is prepared to accelerate its taper pipeline to perhaps the next few months, said Sean Bandazian, investment analyst at Cornerstone Wealth. Both the Fed and the market participants learned lessons from the taper tantrum. While we expect less of a surprise this time around, there's still reason to believe we'll see volatility throughout areas of the market with high sensitivity to interest rates. WTI crude oil dropped more than 3%, falling to around 63, and copper lost more than 2% on concerns about global growth without the Fed bond buying support. The 10-year Treasury yield fell more than 3 basis points. Continue. Yeah, when I was growing up, I was only allowed to play an hour a day, and sometimes I'd sneak in an extra hour when my dad was taking a nap or so. And when he would get up, if he would see me playing, because it was, I had a computer back then, and back then games didn't auto save for you. You had to like save your progress. And so my dad would walk out, and if he would see me playing and he knew I'd broken the rules, he would just flip the breaker of the house, the main breaker, and shut off the electricity to the whole house. And it would shut down the computer. And the way the computer was in our living room was that you could walk into the living room and see me playing on the computer. but I couldn't see anybody behind me. And so I never knew, like, I had to like grow eyes in the back of my head to see when he was coming so I could quickly save my game before he flipped the breaker. But yeah, kids, if you're watching, do not do that to your parents. If they tell you 1 hour, just play 1 hour. I haven't played in a while. I used to play a lot, but I haven't. The other day, I shut on my Xbox for the first time and played a little bit. But mostly it's because I didn't, do my chores and stuff like that too. So I'm very happy that, that my dad raised me the way he did. Would I do the same with Max? That's a good question. If he straight up disobeyed me like that, I would do the same thing. Because I definitely deserved to lose the progress in the game. I actually deserved way more than that. All right, next. I don't know if I could do that with Melinda. I would have Bethany do it. She just like looks at me and smiles at me, and then everything's just done. It's tough to discipline your daughter, that's for sure. Toys R Us is coming to more than 400 Macy's stores next year. So Toys R Us making a comeback. Let's see the article.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Macy's is joining forces with the owner of Toys R Us to bring an assortment of toys, games, and other gadgets for kids to more than 400 of the department store's chain locations and online. Does Macy's have toys now or no? They've never had toys, right? Yeah. No, right? So this is new for them. The Toys R Us shop in shops in Macy's will roll out next year. The company's announced Thursday a larger assortment of Toys R Us merchandise is now available on Macy's website. Our toy business grew exponentially for Macy's in the past year. Our partnership allows Macy's to significantly expand our footprint in that category. The hope is that shoppers will visit Macy's in search of toys and pick up a few other items, such as apparel or makeup along the way. Macy's could use the boost as it faces stiffer competition from online and big box retailers like Walmart and Target. More specifically, Macy's is going after the millennial mom, CEO Jeff Jeanette said Thursday during a conference call. When these younger parents visit Macy's to shop for toys for their children, they often additionally purchase other higher margin items, he said. Oh, they've had a small section? I always try to get out of there as quickly as possible. Continue. The company hiked its fiscal 21 outlook after reporting fiscal second quarter earnings and sales that trounced analysts' estimates as it saw new customers online. Brand management group WMT Global earlier this year acquired a controlling interest in True Kids, the parent company of the Toys R Us, Babies R Us, and Jeffrey the Giraffe brands. True Kids opened 2 mall pop-up locations for Toys R Us in 2019, and they shuttered earlier this year. WMT Global didn't say how long it will partner with Macy's. Under the agreement, Toys R Us website will be powered by Macy's. For a period of time, Target was running the iconic toy chain site, but that relationship fizzled in July 2020. Yeah, I know. I was thinking the same thing. I didn't want to say it, Michael. Next. Toyota, Volkswagen, and Ford face more chip-related production cuts. Auto stocks are falling. Let's see it. The stocks of Toyota, Volkswagen, and Ford and other automakers were tumbling Thursday amid reports that 3 of the world's largest car companies face further production cuts due to global shortage of semiconductors. Toyota's stock fell 4.5% as it emerged that the group plans to cut global production in September by 40% from its previous plan amid the chip crunch. I was thinking about this. With inflation and everything, they haven't really increased the prices of new cars. But with inflation and the higher prices on commodities, it's more expensive, and I'm sure that their margin has gone down. And so, because there's a chip shortage, there has been a chip shortage, and now they're cutting production further. And then they're saying that inflation is going to, sort of calm down next year, and that's when they want to increase production, when they want to be back to normal. So I was just thinking through this a little bit, and I was thinking maybe these car companies are cutting production because of the margins. They don't want to pay that much for commodities, or they would have to raise their prices. Yeah, the value of old cars are way up. Looks like Bethany wants a new car. Because used car prices are almost as high as new car prices. So there's like a one or 2 year old. I was just looking at a Mercedes GLE, which the price for that one was $58,000 used with 20-something thousand miles on it. A brand new one is $63,000. So there's only a $5,000 difference between a 2-year-old one and a brand new one. But they're not producing a whole lot, and you got to wait, however many months for a new car, which is, I guess, pushing customers out of the market too. So I don't know. They just need to figure it out a little bit here. Meanwhile, shares in Volkswagen slid more than 2% as the German owner of brands including Audi and Porsche said it may need to further cut output due to the semiconductor shortage. Volkswagen sees an improvement coming by the end of 2021 and plans to make up for production shortfalls in the second half of the year when commodity prices are back down. Next. Bitcoin is the king of crypto, but Ethereum's ascent to the top of the cryptoverse seems unstoppable, says analyst. So it looks like this analyst is invested in Ethereum. Let's see the article. Bitcoin, the world's #1 crypto and the genesis of the current revolution in digital assets, may one day bow down to a new king of the sector, speculates a researcher. Ethereum will continue to outperform Bitcoin in 2021 and would ultimately exceed its rival's value. Wow, okay. Wrote Nigel Green, chief executive and founder of De Beer Group, a large financial advisory firm and asset manager. Green makes the case that Bitcoin, which was launched in a white paper in 2008, may cede its dominance to Ethereum's Ether, which is viewed by some as boasting a clearer use case than Bitcoin, which is considered by some as digital gold. Bitcoin's value in 2021 is up 57%, while Ether's has risen 318% at last check on CoinDesk. By comparison, traditional assets have seen far more mundane returns. The S&P 500 has gained more than 18%. Continue. Bitcoin's major marketing point has been its claim by enthusiasts to be a store of value and as a currency to the lesser extent, but Ethereum's network is viewed by many as a powerful open-source decentralized backbone of which a number of applications can be based. Ether launched in 2015. Ether bulls make the case that the world's #2 crypto by market cap is the most in-demand development platform, thereby highlighting the Ethereum network's value not only as a platform for developers, but as a worldwide financial utility. Ethereum also serves as the backbone of a number of popular and groundbreaking platforms, including decentralized finance networks, NFTs, DAOs, or decentralized autonomous organizations. Those growing uses have gummed up Ether's works but that is seen changing in the coming months. A key upgrade to the Ether network, which includes a phase shift from a proof-of-work protocol to a proof-of-stake and increased storage capacity and processing power for smart contracts, is underway. So it looks like Ether, according to this guy, is going to be the king of crypto. Next. Good morning, Alan. How you doing? Palantir buys gold bars as hedge against Black Swan events. So we went over this yesterday, that Palantir bought $50-something million in gold. Let's see the article. Company spent $50.7 million on 100-ounce gold bars in August. Customers can now pay for... Palantir Technologies said it is preparing for another Black Swan event by stockpiling gold bars. The company spent $50.7 million this month on gold, part of an unusual investment strategy that also includes startups, blank check companies, and possibly Bitcoin. Continue. Company spent $50.7 million. Continue. Oh, that's it? All right, so they spent money to prepare for a Black Swan event in case there's a market crash. Palantir. One of the favorites on Wall Street bets. Continue. So there you have it. The Palantards on Wall Street bets. That's where that video was born. It looks like something those boys would come up with. A Black Swan event is like an out of the ordinary event in the stock market, where it just crashes in one day like crazy. I think the last one was in the 1980s, the last Black Swan event. Next. Vietnam, India, top measure of crypto adoption by individuals. So Vietnam and India are the top crypto adopters currently. Was there a graph in that article that showed like the different countries? No, not that one. It showed like a map of the world, and it had like the different shades of blue. Because that one showed like all the different countries and how they're adopting it. Oh no, don't worry about it. Yeah. But Vietnam and India, and there's a lot of countries in Africa, including Kenya and Ghana, that are top adopters of cryptocurrencies. The USA is on that list, but a lot of European countries aren't. So I thought that was interesting. And then obviously China didn't make the list either. Continue. Next article. Coinbase names Mitsubishi UFJ as banking partner in exchange Japanese expansion. So Mitsubishi, a financial group, will provide Coinbase's Japanese customers access to the exchange via its quick deposit product. So Coinbase is expanding into Japan. So that's good news for everybody holding Coinbase. They want to become the Amazon of cryptocurrencies. Next article. There we go. Government watchdog investigates conflicts of interest involving SEC officials' crypto XRP Ripple lawsuit. Let's see the article. Empower oversight whistleblowers and research announced Wednesday that it has submitted a detailed request under the Freedom of Information Act to the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission seeking communication between SEC officials and their current and former employers. Empower Oversight is a nonprofit, nonpartisan educational organization dedicated to enhancing independent oversight of government and corporate wrongdoing. The organization works to help insiders document and report corruption to the proper authorities, while also seeking to hold authorities accountable to act on those reports. In his letter to Acting Chief FOI Officer Oliver Girard, Empower Oversight founder Jason Foster wrote, "We write today seeking information regarding the appearance of conflicts of interest by former high-level officials at the SEC relating to cryptocurrencies." Uh-oh. Continue. The government watchdog explained that from May 2017 to December 2020, senior SEC official William Hinman reportedly participated in the SEC's regulation of cryptocurrencies while receiving millions of dollars from his former employer. The group explained that Simpson Thacher is part of the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance, an industry organization whose objective is to drive the use of Enterprise Ethereum. Corruption at the highest level coming out. Look at this. Furthermore, Empower Oversight alleged that Hinman, while in his capacity at the SEC, declared that the Ethereum cryptocurrency Ether was not a security, causing its value to rise significantly. Later, the SEC sued one of Ethereum's competitors, Ripple, declaring its cryptocurrency XRP was a security. Shortly thereafter, XRP's value plummeted 25%. Noting that after Hinman left the SEC in December 2020, he returned to Simpson Thacher as a partner. Empower Oversight added that the leader of the SEC division that brought the XRP lawsuit similarly left the SEC for Simpson Thacher. That is very interesting, because they made a huge deal out of this, and it got delisted from a bunch of cryptocurrency platforms like Coinbase and others. So you had to really go looking to see where you can buy XRP. Yeah, I agree. Coinbase needs to relist XRP to be able to trade it. Continue. The announcement also mentioned former SEC Chairman Jay Clayton and how he handled cryptocurrency issues while heading the securities regulator. It details, as with Mr. Hinman and Ether, while at the SEC, Mr. Clayton declared that Bitcoin wasn't a security and its value rose. The government watchdog emphasized that the SEC's lawsuit against Ripple and its executives over the sale of XRP was filed at the end of Clayton's tenure at the commission. Moreover, after leaving the SEC, Clayton joined the One River Asset Management, a cryptocurrency hedge fund exclusively focused on Bitcoin and Ether, Empower Oversight noted. Something is wrong here. Play that thing. Something wrong. Got it? Too late. Continue. That's it. So hopefully this law gets solved soon. And XRP to the moon. But do your research first. I'm not telling you to buy into XRP. Let's go over these stocks to research today. I found something really interesting yesterday. And it's the low for today. It's called acretrader.com. It's a website where you can purchase parcels of a parcel of farmland that is then rented out to farmers, and they pay you rent for it. So you'll get rent payments as well as any increase on the value in the property when you sell. From what I see, you'll be receiving around 3 to 8% annually through the rents, and then obviously any increase in value of the land once you sell it will be added to that. You know, they were saying between 12 and 18% annual return with that included. Just be aware that you probably have to invest the money for long periods of time. This is not a stock, so you can't just take your money out. So what they do is they buy these parcels of land, and then each parcel of land is its own LLC that you can buy parcels of, or that you can invest in, and then they take that and they rent that out to farmers. It's called acretrader.com. This is a long-term investment, so you can take your money out whenever you feel like it. It's not very liquid, so there's a set period of time that you need to be invested in. But check it out for yourself if it's something that you're interested in. acretrader.com. I thought it was very interesting. So if you're interested in owning farmland, but you can't buy a big farm and you don't want to do the farming yourself, then this is something you can take a look at here. Then for the high for today, we got TZA, and we've already had this one. It is a small cap bear 3x shares. It's an inverse ETF that tracks the Russell 2000 index. So if the Russell 2000 drops, this ETF goes up 3x. It's a leveraged inverse ETF that'll go up should there be a market correction, as more and more analysts predict will happen within the next couple of months. We've already seen a little bit of that yesterday. It was down. So that's something that you can take a look at. TZA. All right. And acretrader.com. I didn't find a medium just because everything was a little volatile. So I was looking for one. I couldn't really find one, but I'll get you one. And then what we're going to do today in the comments, like we did last Friday, is we're going to see where the S&P 500 ends today. So if you want to put that in the comments, and the person who hits it exactly on the nose, we didn't have anybody who hit it exactly last Friday, but somebody who hit the closing, I'm not so worried about the decimals at the end, but if you hit the closing correctly, we'll send you a gift card and a check the market mug. So we'll do a little competition. So if you want to put that in the comments, where you think the S&P 500 is going to close at the end of the day today. And if you'd like to partner with Revival today and become a partner of everything that we and join with us and everything that we're doing here, you can do so by doing #donate on Facebook, and then the amount, #donate on Facebook. You can text RT to 50155, Cash App $RTGive, Venmo @RTGive, revivaltoday.com/PayPal for PayPal. Then you can also give cryptocurrencies right there. Scan that code, or you can go to revivaltoday.com/give. If you'd like to donate any other cryptocurrencies that aren't listed, you can call our office at 412-446-2332. Or you can mail us a check, P.O. Box 7, Prosperity, Pennsylvania 15329. And then don't forget to claim your offer, which this week is the Check the Market shirt at revivaltoday.com/offer. Great shirt. Super comfortable. So there we have it. Give a couple more, a little bit more time to get your numbers in there for where you think the S&P 500 is going to close this afternoon. Then this weekend in Merritt Island, Florida, Evangelist Jonathan is going to be at Destiny Church, right? Yes, Destiny Church. 700 South Courtenay Parkway, Merritt Island, Florida. Tomorrow night at 7 p.m., then again Saturday at 7 p.m., and Sunday at 10:30 a.m. and 7 p.m. So make sure you make it out for those meetings. And if you're down there at Destiny Church, I will see you there. We won't have Check the Market tomorrow, or Monday. I'm going to be heading down to those meetings. And so if you're down there, I will see you there, and we'll pick back up on Tuesday, and we'll announce the winner if anybody hit it. for the S&P 500. It's right now at 43.99. It's down 1 point as of right now. Now it's only down 0.78 of a point. But yeah, get your numbers in. We'll see where it ends. We'll see who won that mug and the gift card. Oh, I'll be enjoying that Florida weather for sure. All right, everyone. It has been fun hanging out this morning. Thanks for hanging out on Check the Market. And we'll check the market again on Tuesday of next week. Check the stonks, see how they're doing. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you all on Tuesday. Have a great weekend.